Welcome to the Being Curious Show. I'm Brian Mariani, founder of No Shift Own.
And I'm Kelly Wagner, publisher of Edge Magazine. Our show is about curiously connecting teachers and seekers on a wide range of topics in a safe space. Few topics will be off limits, and we have some amazing guests to share with you.
Our intention is that our conversations will spark your own curiosity to create a life that lights you up and inspires you to be kind, thoughtful, open-minded to yourself and others.
We are on AM 950, Sundays at 2 p.m., and all podcast platforms. So, Brian, what are you curious about today?
Ooh, curiosity is in the air. And speaking of in the air, our guest apparently has already created sacred space. There's been some clearing. I know you're right there with her, Kelly. So who do we have with us today?
And I'm actually going to say your name right. I'm super excited about this, you guys. Like, holy cow. Okay. Friend of the Edge. Friend of our community. I'm playing with my mic. Patrick's going to scold me and slap me. We have Mary Newstrom.
Not on the air.
Not on the air. Well, no, I'm just kidding.
Maybe.
Maybe. We'll see how it goes. We are today with Mary Newstrom with Zenith High. She is a repeat guest. Again, friend of the Edge, friend of our community. And we've been mixing it up lately with our formats of the show. So Mary does a lot of different magical things, and she's going to reintroduce herself to the community. But today we are going on a magic carpet ride, and I am so excited. So, Mary, we're not going to worry about what you're curious about because we know you're curious about so many different things. Introduce yourself again. Say hello to the friends and the community of AM 950, The Edge, Apple Podcasts, just the universe as a whole. No big deal at all. And then talk to us about the magic carpet ride we're going to go on today.
Sure. First of all, thank you so much for having me back. I'm so excited to be here. As Kelly mentioned, my name is Mary Newstrom. I'm a shamanic practitioner, and I'm the founder of Zenith High and creator of Spirit Flow shamanic study programs. And within that, I do all different types of educational and wellness and training programs. I do shamanic healings, and out of that came the creation of the magic carpet ride. The way this was created was because shamanically, ceremonies that included a collective energy, people collectively going into different universes or dimensions or multiverses, has been around for thousands of years. And it's using the collective energy to really move into these different dimensions. And that's what we're going to do today on the magic carpet ride.
Mary.
Is anyone else getting the Steppenwolf song, Magic Carpet Ride? Is it just like ringing in your ears? Because every time you say it, I'm like,
like, this is going to be a different kind of magic carpet ride, you guys.
Yes.
Like, I know, but you could cue the music in the background. That would be kind of fun. So, Mary, tell us a little bit about how people can prepare for this. Because, okay, guys, just letting you guys know that we're going to do this. The show is going to be chopped up into different segments than normal because she is going to be taking us through a guided adventure on the magic carpet ride. So we want you to be, and this is Mary's going to tell you more, we want you in a safe, calm space. We want you to have the freedom to have your thoughts and just all the magic allowed to come in. I'm gonna be quiet because you need to guide us into it. But this is going to be an experience for 30 minutes that we're basically, Brian and I are not going to talk. Mary is going to have the mic, and then she is going to guide us and take us on this magic carpet ride. So tell us more.
Yeah, absolutely. To prepare for it is, as already mentioned, I've opened up sacred space. But if you work with particular guides or any protection, call them in. This is a safe exercise, so there's nothing to be worried about. But once again, being grounded, being in a situation where you're going to be also able to follow my prompts and follow what I'm saying. With shamanic work, creativity is really important, being able to imagine things. And so when I'm talking about our magic carpet going upward up to the upper dimensions, you want to be able to just maybe feel that or hear that or see that. So being in a situation where you're able to ground yourself, hear what I'm saying and really get into it. But besides that, you don't need much more. I would say, and I'm going to also reiterate this in a few seconds, but sitting in a chair might be a little bit better because we're going to be on a magic carpet, but I think you'll be able to visualize better if you're sitting, because I'm going to be saying things like we're banking to the right or the left and our magic carpet's hovering over something. But you're in a safe environment. Now, like I mentioned already, collectively, the magic carpet has been used to help heal and move people into different dimensions. Someone might be familiar with it as a spirit boat ceremony. And this has really grown for me. I've done this ceremony across the country with hundreds of people and successfully have carried energetically them to the upper world, the upper dimensions.
And Mary,
yes,
tell us about the goal. Where do you see yourself doing this?
Oh, yes.
Yes. This is going to happen, you guys. This is happening.
Yes. My goal is to continue bringing this to as many people as possible because I want everyone to meet personally their guardian angels, their spirit guides. When we get up to the upper dimensions, you will have the opportunity for your spirit guide to come on the magic carpet and introduce themselves. Ultimately, my goal would be to take this to the largest stadiums possible and be able to do that with large numbers of people.
Let's go to Wembley. Let's just do it.
Yes.
Wow.
Like, let's just do it. Like, we got this.
Yeah.
We're going to start at AM 950, and we're going to just light it up from there. So I also wanted, and this is just coming in for me intuitively, it doesn't matter your nationality. It doesn't matter what religion you follow or you are holding safe. We are doing something that is cross-category with this. So
Absolutely.
I want to just share a little bit on that.
Absolutely. Shamanism, and maybe I should start with that. It's a nature-based spirituality. It's a spirituality, so you could be a Jewish shaman, you could be a Catholic shaman, because it's not a religion. It's just a way of life, a thinking that we're all interconnected. Within that, shamanism does have some basic foundations that there are different dimensions. We like to use the word now multiverse. There's the upper world, the middle world, and the lower world. Our magic carpet goes to the upper world. Think Crystal City, think heaven. That's where we're going to meet your guardian angel, your spirit guide, and we might even ask maybe an ancestor or two to come in. All safe, they're all prepared. They're getting queued up right now with this discussion, ready to come and talk to you.
And it doesn't matter how large your carpet is, correct?
That's right.
I asked beforehand. Okay, so I'm going to let everyone, you're going to see this on Facebook Live and our videos. Mary went to Peru and got me this beautiful, beautiful, I'm calling it my magic carpet for today. And I'm super excited. And it's a hummingbird just like me.
Beautiful.
And mine's little. I wouldn't fit on this normally, but it's going to be my magic carpet. And I'm very excited. Okay, we have a minute 45 till we cut out. What do people need to know?
Okay, so there are a few, energetically, there's a few things I need you to do. Is one, you need to listen to what I'm saying. It's a guided meditation that leads to success if you're following my own prompts. So meaning like we're now hovering, we're now landing. And so be in a place that you can listen, you can drop into it. Don't leave the magic carpet energetically when we land in the different multiverse. So when I land and I say the spirits are coming in, they come into you. You don't leave the magic carpet. Physically stay where you are too till the end of the magic carpet if possible. So stay in this dimension in one place. Don't leave the carpet when we go into the different dimension, and then just follow along with what I'm saying. If you do that, you will have a magical carpet ride.
Okay, you guys, and Brian and I are also going to join in. So if you see us on the video where we're just kind of doing that, oh shoot, you'll know why. And then look, we're doing that, and then okay, here we come back. This is going to be amazing.
Yeah,
Brian, anything before we leave?
Buckle up. Let's go for a ride.
I mean, we're losing the cameras.
Yep.
Like,
buckle up, buttercups.
Here we go. Okay, till the next one. AM 950, Kelly and Brian, Brian and Kelly, here with Mary at Zenith High. Magic carpet ride time. Let's go. Now
that's some good magic carpet ride.
Yeah, I
music
know.
right there.
I was like, yeah. We got DJ Patrick in the back. Like,
welcome back, everyone. This is the Being Curious Show. I'm Brian. That's Kelly. We're here with Mary Newstrom, and we are going on a magic carpet ride. Mary, it's your show. Let's go.
Tee it up.
Well, I am excited to take you on this magic carpet. Couple things I want to just reiterate. We are going into a different multiverse. It's very safe. I've already called up Sacred Space. And the multiverse we're going into shamanically is called the upper world. So think heaven, Crystal City. What you see when we get up there will be very personal. Some people see, bright lights and all different flashing lights. So check it out. And I will prompt you also to the fact to look around. And who we're going to meet up there in the upper world shamanically, we tend to meet spirit guides, guardian angels in human form. And I'm going to welcome them onto our magic carpet one at a time because I want to make sure that everybody gets a real good chance to feel the energy or sense it. Maybe you see it. So once again, it's going to be very individual. Couple of rules, as I already mentioned, when I take you up to the multiverse of the upper world, don't leave the magic carpet. Even if your guide tempts you and says, hey, Kelly, I have something really cool to show you off the magic carpet. The answer is, sorry, I can't leave the magic carpet. So energetically stay on the magic carpet. They can bring things in, whatever they have to show. They can show that. Physically, in this dimension, try not to leave where you are seating because of the energy is building. Besides that, the only other thing is an open heart, an open mind, and wonderment. And you will be transformed. So let's go ahead and get started here.
Okay, 28 minutes. Mary.
28, okay. Yeah, plenty of time. Plenty of time. So to everybody, take some deep breaths. If you know how to drop your grounding cords or get a little grounded, fine. Get comfortable. And I'm going to be doing a little rattling as we propel our way up. But now we're all sitting on, collectively, we're all sitting on our magic carpet. And you might even feel the energy of those that are coming with us. And the magic carpet's waving a little bit. You know how carpet would be if it's levitating a little. It's not too much. No one's going to get sick or anything, but temperature's perfect. You can be sitting directly on the magic carpet or you can be on a chair. No, remember, you're using your imagination. Be comfortable. So we are slowly starting to levitate up on our magic carpet. And you're feeling secure and excited. And as we're starting to move forward. And we're going, if you're in a building, we're going out the front door. And we're starting to gradually ascend up, pulling further away from your location and our location in Eden Prairie. And we're just making really, really gentle turns to the right. We're circling to the right and ascending, pulling further and further up. And we're straightening out now and heading straight up. And now we can see Minnesota, maybe Wisconsin. And now we're starting to gently turn to the left. And as we keep pulling up, and it's a very gentle ascension up to our final destination of the upper world. But we're still in ordinary reality. We have not moved into a different multiverse. You can look around. It's a beautiful day. And finally, we're pulling away, so we're seeing the United States as we're circling, maybe in North and Central America. Maybe you can even make out the country of Peru that I spend a lot of time in. And as we pull further and further up, we're now seeing Earth. And we're entering into more the stars. And we straighten up and we continue to ascend up. And in the horizon, not too far, but we're seeing something that could be a portal, kind of like a cellophane door, something like that. And we're heading right through it. And we know that once we pass through that, we'll be into a different multiverse, a different dimension, what's called the upper world. We've just entered through it. Go ahead and look around. What does your upper world look like? What does your multiverse in the upper dimensions of shamanic world look like? But what I'm seeing, if you look down to your left, we're going to bank down to the left. And the reason why is I see a granite slab. It's flat. It's a perfect landing spot for a magic carpet. So just go with me, and we're going banking down to the left, and now we're hovering over the granite slab, and we're slowly, 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 slowly landing. We've landed. Everyone take some deep breaths. Feel the compassionate entities and beings surrounding our magic carpet. They're here to support you and love you and fill you with healing energy. At this time, I'm welcoming in everyone's personal guardian angel or spirit guide, a guide that's been with you many, many lifetimes, that's here to support you, that wants to connect with you. I'm welcoming them in. And you're going to feel them right in front of you or maybe behind you. Some of you might be able to maybe even see them. Maybe you're a person that feels them, a little tingling here or there, or some warmth. And then some of you will be able to see full apparitions of your guides. And as you sit and bask in their energy, I'm asking, please give the individual a healing, a deep cleansing, so that we can be our true essence. We can raise our vibration to really clearly see our soul's purpose and be who we are meant to be in this life. And I'm going to let everyone be in that energy and with your guide for a few minutes. I'm going to continue rattling and just soak in the deep, compassionate love. And maybe there's some messages you're hearing. And if you're not, they might be on a subconscious level. Just take it all in. Just sit with this for a few minutes. Let that healing energy penetrate every part of your essence. Are there messages your guide is sharing with you? What are they? Open up that heart for a deep expansion of love and compassion. just another minute or two with our guardian angels. Is there something you'd like to tell your spirit guide? Maybe gratitude. Maybe how much you appreciate them or how much you love them. At this point, I'm going to ask the guardian angels, the spirit guides, to please remove yourself from the magic carpet, maybe saying a final farewell, sending you final healings of energy, and obviously knowing that these individuals are around you all the time. We're just asking them to remove themselves from our magic carpet to make room for some new compassionate spirits. So just letting everybody get a chance to get a breather, get grounded again. I know that was a lot of energy coming at you. The next group of compassionate beings that I'm inviting to come on board, for one per individual, is a compassionate, healed, and loving ancestor. An ancestor, more than likely, that goes so back so far with your each in the generations that you may not know them, or maybe you do. Maybe it's going to be Aunt Edna, or maybe it's going to be someone you don't know. But at this point, I'm offering the opportunity for everyone to have a compassionate, healed ancestor that would like to communicate, would like to talk and connect with you, or just send you beautiful healing energy, beautiful connecting energy. I welcome them on board. Come on board. Are you feeling them coming in? I do. And they're right next to you. And they send their unconditional love to you because they know you're doing the hard work. You've stepped up. You want to raise your vibration. You want to heal. You're curious about things. And that's what they love about you. So a few minutes with them. I'll rattle a little bit more. Sink into their healing energy, their knowledge of your family lineage that comes with the burdens, but also the blessings, the special things you get that are unique and really cool to get from your family. What is the ancestor conveying to you? Are they sending tingling energy down your spine, through your fingers? What are the blessings that they've shared with you? The special talents that you get only from your family lineage. Who is this ancestor? Have they introduced themselves to you? There's no need for them to do that, but maybe they'll share that information. What bloodline do they come from? Your mother's mothers? Or your mother's father? Or your father's father? Or father's mother? We just have a few more minutes with our ancestors. Is there anything you'd like to tell them? An appreciation, a curiosity of a question. Our time is coming to an end with our ancestors. I'm going to ask them to say their final farewell to them, and knowing they, of course, are always with you. They're your number one fan. You need anything, you need support, your guides and your ancestors. So I'm asking respectfully for them to move off our magic carpet to make way for one more group of compassionate beings I'm going to invite in. But we're just waiting for everything to clear, feeling the energy clearing, but giving us a little bit of a breather. I know that's a lot of energy coming at people. And the next group that I'm going to welcome in is if someone's had maybe a pet that's passed over, a friend that's passed over, that's deceased, that's crossed over and healed, and that's already bright and shiny, done their work, but would like to say hello to you. If there's any compassionate beings or animals like that are bright and shiny, they can come on. One for each person that's on the magic carpet. And now they're kind of running in with cats, dogs, all different types of pets are coming in. And I do see some friends coming in. So sink into it, take some deep breaths, and sit back and really enjoy the visit. I'm going to rattle while we do that. Really soak it in. I know most of us have more than one pet that's maybe crossed over, so I'm going to allow another pet or two to come bouncing in, running in, galloping in. I don't want to overwhelm us with energy, but a few more pets can come in. I know we're missing them all, the ones that have crossed the Rainbow Bridge. Soak in their loving, compassionate energy. Maybe pet them one last time. We just have a few more minutes, and then we're going to have to ask these individuals to leave our magic carpet. We have a few more minutes. Go ahead and pet and kiss them one last time. Hug that friend that maybe you've missed for a long time. So we're going to have to ask, unfortunately, our pets and our compassionate, healed friends to please leave the magic carpet because our time in this multiverse is coming to a close. So as they're stepping off, you can feel their energy, but you can, I'm sure, continue to feel their love and their compassion. But their energy is leaving the magic carpet. Knowing that you can always interact with them, they're always here. They're always next to you. Okay. So it's time to head home. And now we're on our magic carpet where you can maybe feel the other participants with you. But we're going to slowly start levitating. We're starting to rise a little bit with our magic carpet and starting to wave a little bit. Not too much. Starting to wave, and we're now levitating, and we're turning, banking to our right and ascending up. But if you look down to your left, you can see the thousands and thousands of compassionate beings that were surrounding us. Maybe even do a little wave goodbye. And now it's time to go home. So we are now, as we're banking to the right, we're now going down. And we're descending. We're still in non-ordinary reality, so you could take a quick peek around. What does your upper world look like? The upper world of the shamanic dimensions. And we're getting close to that cellophane area that was our portal. We've now broken through it. We're back into ordinary reality. And we're heading down, just gently down, flapping down, floating, 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 down to Earth. And we're starting to circle over Earth. Just a gentle to the left, circling to the left. Wide circles. No need to do tight circles. And we continue floating down. We're circling over the United States. We're straightening out, and we're just gently floating down. It's nice here, but we have to continue coming back. And now we're circling over the Midwest, and we're coming close into Minnesota. Soon we'll be, now we're approaching the Eden Prairie or wherever you are. And we're coming in for our landings. We're gently, 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 gently landing. And you're feeling totally 100% in your body. You've disengaged from non-ordinary reality, from the other multiverse. You've further disengaged from non-ordinary reality, and you've fully disengaged from non-ordinary reality. You're fully 100% back in this dimension, in this multiverse, and fully 100% in your body. At this point, too, I'm going to close the ceremony. We want to thank our guides, particularly all the compassionate beings and animals we saw in the upper world. We want to thank all the compassionate beings that helped us propel us to that new multiverse. We close the ceremony with love and light. We close the ceremony with love and light. We close the ceremony with love and light. Aho. Our work for now is done. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to serve Spirit today. Welcome home, everyone. Just take a few minutes to come out of this. If you do have a notepad nearby, you might want to write down what happened, but soak it in.
That was beautiful.
Thank you.
Hey, Mr. Brian, how you doing?
I'm in a magical place.
Well, Patrick, how about this? Let's wrap up this segment, and we'll explore what we experience, seen, heard, whatever, as we wrap it up. Kelly and Brian, Brian and Kelly, Being Curious, AM 950, the progressive voice of Minnesota. Go for it, Brian.
Welcome back, everyone. We just went on a magical carpet ride with Mary Newstrom. And for everyone out there who engaged with us live, thank you. For those that are participating during the recording, hi, welcome. Thank you for going on that adventure with us. And Mary, if you want to lead I know you wanted to hear what we experienced, and maybe you have certain questions that you like asking.
What I do is usually ask folks how it was and what they sensed and feel, because it's very different for everybody. I do know it's moving. People, I think the expectations, this is great, they're just so open, and so it is so moving. It takes some people a little off guard that way. But I'd just like to hear your experiences and what maybe you felt or saw. Who visited is always interesting, too.
Well, I'm just going to interject because I'm going to let Brian go, but Catherine Taylor, oh my gosh, right away was going in between my mat and Brian's mat. And she was just like, hello, everybody. Oh my God, welcome. That's what I got. That was, and I'll go into deeper, but definitely Catherine Taylor was definitely a part of my experience.
100% true for me as well. As it started, I felt there was a lot of energy, and one of the things that's been a challenge for me throughout life is when I feel like I'm in an enclosed space or pressure around me, I get anxious. And so at the very beginning, it felt there was a lot of energy, and I could feel myself almost going there. But I think because it was a sacred space and there were those compassionate beings, I didn't go there. I didn't go into fear. I, elevated and went on the adventure. So that was my first kind of stepping in. And Catherine jumped on my mat right away. my carpet, and she was really excited to say hi, and she was very youthful, very, very youthful, and just excited to hang out. And then as the adventure continued, for me, it was more energetic than specific visuals. It was very, very heavy on the energy side. And again, I think in another situation it might have been scary, but in this situation it was very calming, very, very calming. And at the very end, as we were coming back down, Kelly and I were very close to each other, and Kelly looked over and smiled, and we high-fived. Those were the things I remember.
That was great. I take it I'm next?
Yeah, you're next.
Okay. Well, see, I love this stuff, so I do this on a regular basis. Not always a magic carpet ride, but that popping up into that multi-universe. So my guides got all like, "Oh yeah, here we go," and of course I had to be mindful that we were recording a radio show, so we had a little bit of that. But I really was able to let go. Love the visualization. I felt like. Was it Leroy from the Jetsons? Like I felt it was like in that little, because my little carpet is like this, so I felt like that. I loved how you brought us up. I loved going, like we're saying, the cellophane. I mean, doing this as a practice. I loved your technique, and that was something that I really want to share with everybody. And also, you're going to be able to utilize this experience. Download it and replay it. So if you need a half hour to just check in, save this show, download it, use it, because this is a great tool. Mary's voice, her candor, her energy, you rattled at the right time, right? I loved when we popped through the cellophane that you added like a little extra love to it. Bringing my mat down, I got like a stadium around of souls and beings around me, which was fantastic. I felt Metatron was with me. There was just a lot of just beautiful guides that came around my magic carpet. My grandmother, Baba, I saw her brown eyes, and she was nicely dressed, and she twirled, and she joined me on my carpet. So that was really lovely. Catherine Taylor was running around, very youthful, very vibrant, like, hey guys, like, see what it's like up here? But then I loved that you, at the end, asked for, because my bulldog Mabel showed up right away, but she was like, oh, I don't want to go on the mat because I'm not invited. And then when you invited it, and you invited the animals, she came down and she did what she normally did. If anyone's had English bulldogs, they kind of sit and then they stick their leg out because they want you to tickle their leg. So yeah, she was about getting leg tickles. It wasn't about like this intimate, lovely with the dog. She wanted love from me. But what I found was really amazing is when I was 9 months pregnant, Mabel, my bulldog, killed my 20-pound, 10-year-old cat. We'll talk about that later. But he came in and was rubbing on her and showing that all was forgiven and that their contract was done and they were together on the mat. So I loved that unity. I loved that healing. That was beautiful. So I want to thank you for that. Galactic Council popped in. Palladians popped in. I mean, like, it was just really, like, lots going on my cute little hummingbird magic carpet. And then I loved how we left. And then we banked. And it was funny because we were coming down, and Brian and I were just kind of like, coming down. And then when we were at the United States, Brian kind of shot off to the East Coast, and we kind of came down, and we did a high five. So I love that you were like, it was a high five. Mary, what a gift. What a gift for our show, our community. This was great, and I can tell that you've done this and that you're studied, but it's in you. And Wembley is just the beginning. Like, you've got this, and this is just like Santa's sleigh, magic carpet, a witch's broom. I don't care how we have to get up there for what season, but this was just beautiful. Also, my upper world looked like Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, like that main area. Like you go in and like there was the chocolate river and that, and then it flipped to Hawaii. So it was really interesting how it kind of popped up that way and all vivid, and then I was just like feeling the beach and feeling the warmth and feeling the salt and feeling just that aloha was just amazing.
Wonderful. Wow.
Okay. Mary,
Yes.
zenithhigh.com. Mary at zenithhigh.com.
Yes.
Okay. Lots of ways to get a hold of you. I want to make sure, and please, you have 30 seconds. Please wrap it up because this was just gorgeous.
If you enjoyed this, please come to my other events. Consider joining my multi-year program studying shamanism. Take a trip with me to Peru. Join my retreats to Peru. You can text me at 952-913-5574, zenithhigh.com. Would love to hear from everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
On behalf of Brian and Kelly and our Magic Carpets, thanks for joining us today. Mary at zenithhigh.com. This is the Being Curious Show with Kelly and Brian. Brian and Kelly, we're on AM 950. Sundays at 2 p.m. Podcasts. Get to know us. Thanks, everybody.